Hey guys, here I have 6 of the 12 new colors from the Shades of Paradise collection in the summer line. No introduction, we're gonna get right on into it. We're gonna start off with I'll Stand By You, and this is a nude cream with gold shimmer. And you see that we just started and we already messed up. What's new? This one was a little bit streaky for me, but I think the worst part was that it had the gold shimmer in the bottle, but the shimmer wasn't coming off on your nail, like at all. Not even in direct sunlight. You can barely see that gold shimmer, and that was kind of disappointing. There we're about to finish up our first coat of I'll Stand By You, and we're going to go over it again with a second one to get rid of that visible smile line. This one has a satiny finish. I know that some of the other ones in the collection were kind of matte, but this one is not really screaming full matte for me. So we're going to go with satin because it's not really that shiny. And that's pretty much it. 2 coats of I'll Stand By You. The next one is Ma-Holo At Me, and this is supposed to be a bluish silver holo. At first, it didn't really feel like a holo to me. It kind of was like a fine glitter, and I was worried about how it was going to remove because we were going to have the negative side effects of glitter, but actually, it removed very well. It was a wonderful formula, and there were no streaks and no empty spots in where the glitter was. It reached full opacity in 2 coats. Except for right here where I can see a tiny little bit of smile line on the middle finger. So I'm going to go extra heavy on the ring finger, so you could use like a heavy second coat or even a third coat to get it fully opaque. This one was not very holo for me, and I'm going to talk about that more when we get to the comparisons, but there is 2 coats of Ma-Holo At Me. This one's Water Falling in Love, a baby powder blue cream, and this was probably my least favorite formula out of all of them. I found it to be very runny, very streaky, and I kept having to go back and take polish off of my brush. And it felt very thin. You can see the streaks all over the place, and I keep trying to go over it to smooth it out, and it's just not really working. But then after the second coat, it was absolutely beautiful. It dried down perfectly, and it was so shiny and fully opaque in the second coat. Next is Mer-Made for Bluer Waters, a true blue shimmer, and I was kind of worried that this one was going to get really streaky like a lot of shimmers do, but the formula was actually really good, and if you work with it right, it's not going to streak on you. It was kind of sheer at first, and I found that if you have too much, it's going to pull up on you, it's going to run around kind of like right there, but then on the next one, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to be much thinner and have a lighter stroke, and it's going to give you a really nice look, and it's not going to have any streaks. This is going to be opaque in 2 coats, but my nails are longer, so there's still a tiny bit of smile line visible after the second coat. So we're going to go thicker on the ring finger and show you guys what a thick second coat or maybe even a third coat would look like on Mer-Made for Bluer Waters. Almost at the end here, this is Can't Sandal This, a cream dusty pink, and this is my favorite formula out of all of them. It was absolutely awesome, a little bit on the thicker side for a China glaze, but still not too thick. So it was very level and covered wonderfully. It has the potential to be a 1-coater. If you went thicker, you could get this one to be a 1-coater, but I'm going to go in with 2 just in case. And this was definitely one of my favorite colors in the whole collection. It dries super shiny. Remember, I don't use base coat or top coat in any of my swatches. This is just how the color behaves, and Can't Sandal This is one of the best. And since we're already on pinks, I'm going to show you guys what's on my other hand. This is a mauve pastel purple, and it is called Pretty Fit from the Chic Physique collection that came out in the spring, also from China Glaze. Lastly, we've got Tropic of Conversation, and this is a peachy neon shimmer with gold flecks. The gold flecks are very noticeable in the bottle, and thank goodness these are actually noticeable on your nail as well, even if they don't show up on the camera so good. They are very noticeable in person. Again, this is neon, and it has an okay formula. It's a little on the thick side, most probably because of the flecks, but it's so thick that it's a little bit patchy. This one is one of those that has a true matte finish. That could also be why it's really thick, but then the patches kind of makes you want to go over it again and put more, and then you just have like really thick layers. This one also has the strongest smell out of all the six, but it wasn't too overwhelming. So here are two thick coats of the matte Tropic of Conversation. Now we're going to get into some comparisons. This is I'll Sand by You, again, the bottle next to the swatch. And the first one I'm going to show you that's close is another China Glaze bottle. It's from the Active Color collection and it's called a Nude Awakening. And it is a pinch lighter and it doesn't have a shimmer, but the base color is still there. The next bottle I'm going to show you, the color is much closer and the finish is a little bit closer. This is Essie's All Eyes on Nudes from the Cashmere Matte collection, and it also doesn't have a shimmer, but the finish is close because it was a cashmere matte, kind of like I'll Stand By You. And the last one I'm going to show you, the color's off. It's from Look. It's called Cafe au Lat, but it's got that shimmer there, and this is the type of shimmer that we should have been seeing from I'll Stand By You. Here are all the swatches. The one on the bottom is the A Nude Awakening from China Glaze. The one on the top is the Essie All Eyes on Nudes, and the one in the middle is the one where the color's a little bit different, but that's the one that had the shimmer in it. Here's Ma-Holo At Me, and I'm going to show you guys why I was not impressed with this holo. I'm going to bring out a true blue and a silver holo. These are from Born Pretty store. The blue one is a scattered holo, kind of like the Ma-Holo At Me, and the silver one is a perfect linear holo. I'm going to bring it closer to the camera. That means that you can see the full shift kind of like in a straight line, if that makes sense. I'm going to put the swatches together. You're going to have Ma-Holo At Me in the center, the blue holo on the left, and the silver holo on the right. And I'm going to turn on artificial lighting so you can see that rainbow kick in. You can see the colors on the blue one, and you can see that perfect line of rainbow color on the silver one. And Ma-Holo At Me is kind of like scattered and doesn't have a perfect holo effect, but it is gorgeous anyway. Here is the bottle and the swatch for Water Falling in Love, and the color that I found was almost perfect was Essie's Blue-La-La. This is from the French collection that came out in the summer of last year, 2017. The color was just as runny as China Glazes, so it was pretty much a perfect dupe if you ask me. I'm going to show you the swatches. Essie is going to be on the left and China Glaze is on the right. Now, when I first put it on Mer-Made for Bluer Waters, it kind of reminded me of OPI's This Color's Making Waves, but actually, once I pulled it out, it was not the same, so we're gonna ignore that. The China Glaze that I found that was really similar was Don't Teal My Vibe. This is from the Spring Fling collection of 2017, but I saw that Don't Teal My Vibe there on the left is kind of a little bit more green, while Mer-Made for Bluer Waters is more blue. Another bottle that I found that was kind of close, but also still on the green side, was Sally Hansen's Marine Scene, but I don't like Marine Scene because it's very sheer. Marine Scene takes like 4 coats. And here are the swatches all together. Mer-Made for Bluer Waters is all the way on the left. China Glaze's Don't Teal My Vibe is in the middle, and Marine Scene is on the right. This is Can't Sandal This, and the bottle that I compared this one to was from Trust Fund Beauty called I'm Kind of a Big Deal. But I'm Kind of a Big Deal was a little bit more on the purple side. And you can't really tell in the bottle, but when I pull out the swatches, you'll see that Can't Sandal This on the left and I'm Kind of a Big Deal on the right, a touch more purple. Lastly, here is Tropic of Conversation again, the one with the gold flakes, and I couldn't find any other type of peach that had flakes in it, but I'm going to show you some where the base color is similar. The first one is LA Colors. This is called Frill. Doesn't have any flakes, and it is a touch more sheer. It's going to take you one more coat to get Frill Opaque. The next one I'm going to show you is from Be Bio, which is the regular polish range of bio seaweed gel, and this one's called Salmon Pink, and you might think that Salmon Pink is a little bit too neon, but watch what happens when I show you the swatches. Here with the swatches all together, Be Bio is all the way on the left, Frill is all the way on the right, And I'm going to put my fingers in the way because you can see that Tropic of Conversation is actually more neon when it gets on your finger than it looks on the swatches, and that's why it reminded me of salmon pink. Overall, I thought this collection was really beautiful, and the reason I didn't buy the other 6 shades was part because of the money and part because they just weren't really speaking out to me, and I probably would have destashed them eventually. So I'm sorry about that, but these are the 6 that I think are really, really awesome. Let me know which ones you are thinking of getting or which ones you have gotten, and if you do have them, how do you like them? Here's a little clip of me trying to get the perfect shot, and I didn't. Until next time, guys. Bye.